mileage tax, first of all, is like up to 4 cents per mile for every mile driven in San Diego County. So whether you're driving your roads or freeways or highways or whatever the case may be. And people are going to be taxed to help pay for this SANDAG transportation plan, one of the mechanisms to pay for that. And there was a lot of pushback, you're right, in December when this plan got approved, but then SANDAG's board came to them and said, hey, we want this taken out. And come back in 6 months with an alternative plan. And they came back in 6 months with nothing. And so they've extended it now until March of 2023. And this tax is going to hurt, the service industry. It's going to hurt any type of delivery trucks, grocery stores, the whole gamut. Primarily lower income people are going to be hurt by this because they can't afford to live near where they work and they have to commute in. So this is a pretty drastic plan. And to me, I think there's other ways that we can skin this cat.
It.
Yes.
Talk about this new development, because I guess you recently sent a letter to, is it the California Air Resources Board? What happened with that?
Well, basically, SANDAG has been telling the voters in San Diego County one thing, but then telling the state another thing. And basically, they're saying, well, to the voters is the mileage tax is out, we're going to change it, we're going to make it all different. Okay. But they have to have the plan approved by the state and the Air Resources Board. So they sent the Air Resources Board the plan with the mileage tax in it, while telling San Diegans it's not going to be in there. And so the Air Resources Board now is aware of the fact that, hey, SANDAG is saying one thing and doing another, and they're coming back to SANDAG and saying, what's going on here? And you've got to give us some answers.
Absolutely.
Because there's a discrepancy in what you're telling us and what's actually happening.
So in this case, what happens now?
Well, what happens now is either SANDAG has to leave the mileage tax or they have to come back with another plan. But it's going to be another type of tax, another type of thing. And really, I think this should be more of a regional plan. Unfortunately, we're fighting with each other over the plan itself instead of working together on a regional plan that also includes roads and transit and infrastructure for everybody, as opposed to trying to tax people out of their cars.
And talking about infrastructure and roads, as we know, I mean, you've driving around San Diego,
Absolutely.
Not the most comfortable feeling, let's say. Is that what SANDAG's initial goal was, is to make our infrastructure, our roads better with this tax?
No, it's primarily to tax you out of your cars and put you into transit and
so public transportation.
Into public transportation. And the plan does specifically say it cannot increase the footprint of any freeway in San Diego County.
Okay.
So there is absolutely no roads, no money for freeways, maybe new interchanges, but it cannot increase the footprint of any freeway by adding lanes or things like that, which is devastating to North County and East County and other parts that isn't so transit oriented.
What would you like to see happen now?
I would like to see a whole new plan come back out of SANDAG that is realistic and is truthful to the taxpayers. A plan that embraces technology of the future with Uber and Lyft and autonomous vehicles and technology, put in technology into our freeways and roads so we can use them more efficiently than we do right now, as opposed to trying to put everybody in buses and trains.
And I was just going to ask you too, if you think this is realistic, them coming back.
With what? And a plan? I think it absolutely is, but you got to have the taxpayers and the people of San Diego County weighing in. This is pretty much a bureaucratic plan that's been put before us. The region has not had the opportunity to weigh in and say, hey, we need roads in the further out from downtown San Diego, but we also need transit within, and we need that balance. But what's missing is that balance in this plan. It's very heavily transit oriented. We need transit, but we also have to take care of the roads and infrastructure for the people it just doesn't work for.
Oh, we know. Okay.